Mengele was energized by Auschwitz, and he thought this was a unique opportunity that nobody else would ever have, and that it would be, as his friend quoted him as saying, a sin not to take advantage of it.
I know that he did have degrees in medicine and anthropology, and he was very interested in studying gypsies, people with genetic anomalies, dwarfs, but his all-encompassing passion was really the study of twins. And he conducted some very gruesome experiments on them. He did blood transfusions, he did sterilization, he did organ transplants, he had injections into the eyes to make them blue.
He wanted to see whether eyes that were brown could be converted to blue eyes through the injection of a dye. Now, that's a kind of bizarre idea that became, in the end, extremely unscientific and anti-scientific.
Very often, some parents, knowing that it was good to be a twin in Auschwitz, would pass off their children as twins, when in fact they were not.
Mengele's work depended upon the genetic similarities of identical twins, but it was very difficult to come upon identical twins. And of course, if you have twins who are boy and a girl, they're non-identical, and they will not have genetic similarities any greater than those of ordinary siblings. In that sense, his work was dubious scientifically from the start.
Irene and I were both, I guess, experimented on, but in order to give some legitimacy to any kind of experiments that they did, they needed a control. So I was the control, and Irene was the experimented person.
I do remember many visits to Dr. Mengele. I remember having injections. I remember blood being taken from my neck. I remember at times being very sick and I had to be in the hospital.
I remember being undressed, weighed, x-rayed, all kinds of medical things being done.
I remember lying on this cold, icy,
cold, it was very cold.
Steel table with wires.
All the machines were extremely cold that they put us next to.